evening, folks. My name is Tiffany Daniels. I'm also known on Twitter as the Lady Autist. That's been one of my main names online as someone who has been an advocate for so many years online. So please don't forget to give me a follow. I do always post whenever I have new vids up. Alright, folks, welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. Alright, what I got for you tonight is a little bit of an oldie but a goodie. So what am I talking about? It's back! So, what I am talking about this evening is the fact that we are now being called all kinds of things. We are being told that we are bots, paid campaigners, people who want in JD's pants, or obsessed fans. And I don't think AH's stands and supporters know which is which. So, being the little bit of a sarcastic smartass that I happen to be, I decided what I was going to do was I was going to show my receipts. So, I posted a thread online. Pictures, documented pictures with timestamps on them, some of them, from when I was more in the official capacity, we'll say, part of the disability rights movement as the advocacy specialist for the Southwest Missouri region. Still, no comments from the peanut gallery. I'd be interested to see if one of them would come on there and try to claim me as a bot after that. So, just kind of want to throw that out there. I think it's hilarious. I wondered what they would do if someone were to directly confront them with the fact that they are not bots, not just arguing, but actually getting on there and showing receipts. And as me showing receipts of the work I've done, considering I am extremely well known for my work, I've been around a long time. I've done a lot. I just wanted to see if I could get anybody to clap back at me. But anyways, let's go over this again. So the question arises, why are we rehashing the same crap that they were doing a month ago? Because it came to a point where they were like, okay, maybe they're not bots. Maybe they're just fans that are just obsessed with him. They want in his bed. And when that narrative proved false, then they circle back to the bots narrative, or that we're getting paid. Now, I have no problem showing receipts. It actually entertains me because they never have a reply when you do. Notice that. Notice not a single stand, since I called them out today, has left a single comment on my little thread. I wonder what would happen if we all started doing that. Whether it's just we decided to start posting selfies, or just even a picture of our hands, like the Instagram group's doing with the Justice for JD written across them. I'd just be interested to see if they would hide and just not comment, or whether they would continue to perpetuate this nonsense. Now, I've gone into why they use such tactics. It's a way to dehumanize us. It's also a way, if we are getting paid, you see, then you really can't trust it, because after all, we're just simply doing our job, right? We're Like, we wouldn't defend him otherwise if we weren't being paid or blinded by his looks or whatever nonsense they want to tote. Another reason why I did that in my thread, and this is mainly my opinion, was I was calling out her ableism. Now, what do I mean? Ableism is prejudiced against people with disabilities. One of my examples of her blatant ableism, along with her racism, was the picture of that African American man on the bench, where it looks like clearly he is in a chair or a walker. It's been a while since I've seen it, but she did that little quip about stereotypes. And as somebody with a disability who has been preyed upon by a narcissist, they do use your disability against you. Now, ADHD and autism overlap in a whole lot of ways, especially when it comes to sensory, and especially when it comes to the type of things that we do when we're overwhelmed. When we are just overwhelmed and bombarded or love-bombed, as it were. It kind of warps your worldview. What I'm talking about is it kind of closes out everything else, like your usual processes. And it just warps, and it starts out, I was very disturbed in the beginning, but it becomes flattering. It becomes, oh my gosh, so here's this gorgeous person, and they're just bombarding me with professions of love day in and day out. They must really be into me. They must really be into me. My God, this person just sought me out and they're pursuing me so hard. And this is especially true if you're me, and most guys are intimidated of you. Well, at least that's what my mom tells me. I don't get it, but whatever. And yeah, they will use your loneliness against you. People with disabilities, we all of us across the board have this sense of isolation. They will use that sense of, oh my God, this person actually likes me. This person thinks I'm beautiful, when you have the outside world saying the exact opposite on a semi-regular basis. It's overwhelming. And there does come a point where you begin to accept and internalize, well, this person must really love me. And they'll use that against you. It's overwhelming sensory. The love bombs with physical affection. So, hypersensory aware people. I don't know how to explain it. Not all of us like being touched. I'm not one of those people. It doesn't look like JD is one of those people. But you're being love bombed and you're being showed a lot of physical affection. Something that doesn't happen very often with some of the other people you know. At least in my case, that may not be true for him. It's overwhelming, and the combo of the two really can get in your head. It really can. It warps your view. And you do. You all of a sudden, the warning signs, the overwhelming sensory and overwhelming emotional manipulation of it all does start to close out those original red flags that you have. That wait a minute, hold on, this is creepy. this is creepy. It gets in there. It does. What also am I talking about? Sorry, I guess I went kind of on a rant here. Eventually, when it gets into the relationship, though, especially in my case, that disability starts getting used against you. So what am I talking about, and where am I seeing similarities? Back when my relationship started, I wasn't a big name in the advocacy world. I had just barely got started, and I was still working towards getting my job with the state. It took a special grant to get those jobs to start opening across our state. And just comments of, well, you don't appear to be going anywhere in your life, so why am I even with you? Why am I even with you? You're washed up before you even began. Whereas with, and they disparage on your physical appearance. Now, he never did. He was obsessed with my looks. Obsessed. Disturbingly so. But I can see where that would be played against you. All the stuff that they originally floated you over with how attractive you are, and then they'll use it against you later. Calling you washed up and what have you. The things she pulled can overwhelm anybody that's a part of the neurodiverse squad. So I feel, whether consciously or unconsciously, that she used, amongst other things, his disability and all the things that come with it against him. Especially since we know that AH did her homework. So, part of why I did what I did with that thread was I wanted to call out and call attention to her ableism against JD and against people in general. I want people to see her for all the things that she is. Now, back to the bot thing. They're trying to dehumanize us again because the hit pieces didn't work. Sometimes media and trolls, even when their final solution doesn't work, will scramble. And if they don't have new ideas, they will simply recycle and hope people forgot that they have already put it out there. I don't think it's going to work again, but we'll see. Alright guys, that's enough of my rant. I'm sorry it wasn't organized. I do appreciate you coming by though. Now, we don't get many views on this channel, and the few that we do tend to get removed by YouTube. So if you could, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and please hit the comments. I hardly ever get any comments. Alright folks, I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.